Here at Riddick Property Solutions, we help sellers understand the pros and cons of all their options. We help sellers when homeownership becomes a burden, when you have low equity, no equity, or negative equity, and we specialize in owner financing options.
So Louisa, what are some of my options?
Well, Kyle, first we have a credit option, which is either a foreclosure or a short sale. Then we have a cash option where you bring cash to close or you rent and maintain your property. And lastly, we have a relief option, which is owner financed and removes any obligation from you.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Now, how does this all work?
Well, Kyle, we find buyers who are willing to make a down payment to cover all closing costs and legal fees. These buyers take over all maintenance and mortgage payments. This continues until the buyer refinances or sells, and they have a natural incentive to pay off the owner quickly.
That's great. Louisa, what are the pros and cons of selling a house this way?
Well, first, there are no fees and commissions or closing costs. You can sell your property as is. There are no maintenance or repair costs. You get your equity, save credit, and you'll receive free ongoing support from Riddick Property Solutions. The only con is no balloon payment due to federal regulations.
Amazing. So Louisa, what happens if the buyer doesn't pay?
The first thing is you must contact us. If we determine that the buyer can't perform, we either 1, take over the payments, 2, the house goes back to you, or 3, you allow us to replace the buyer and we will reimburse you for the payments.
I'm a little worried about renters. So what happens if the buyer trashes the place?
The buyer is responsible for the cost of bringing the property back to the current conditions. However, this scenario is unlikely and it's never happened. Typically, the buyers will upgrade when they are in possession of your home. Occasionally, we have gotten a messy house or a home needing minor repairs. It's also important for you to exercise your right to inspections.
Okay, I see. So how long do I have to give the buyer to make my payments?
Well, federal law does not allow balloon payments with a deadline. However, typically within 2 to 4 years, we have one of the following events. So, number 1, the buyer refinances. Number 2, the buyer sells. Or number 3, we replace the buyer who defaults.
Does this affect my homeowner's insurance?
Well, Kyle, if you live in the home currently, you should have a homeowner's policy. We will assist you in converting into a landlord's policy. If you already have the landlord policy, we will assist you in updating the policy.
Okay. Does this cost me any money?
No, there are no costs to you other than keeping your mortgage payment current until closing. There are legal and professional fees which are covered by the buyer. However, the attorney will represent you well. It's also good to note that Riddick Property Solutions has been in real estate since 2001. Our team has over 20 years of experience in real estate and real estate financing. We've completed over 1,000 transactions and we have full spectrum of real estate knowledge.
Wow, that gives me so much peace of mind. So, do I have to fix the house?
No, all houses are sold as is.
Okay.
We do encourage you to make any low-cost repairs to make the house more attractive.
Of course.
Lastly, we do expect you to be honest about any repairs that are needed.
Understood. So, how soon do we have to move out?
Once we have a buyer's deposit, we can give you up to 30 days. The attorney is typically ready to close within 2 weeks. It's also important to note that if the home is vacant, we can give the buyer immediate possession with a full down payment, as this may save you a monthly mortgage payment.
Nice. Louisa, does the house stay under my name?
No, the attorney creates a land trust to hold title to the property. This protects the title from any liens or judgments from the seller or the buyer.
So how do I start?
It's super easy. Give us a call at 757-335-2312 or send us an email to joe@riddickpropertymanagement.com.
Thanks.
You're welcome.